Okay, we're going to do an assembly and put the two things together, the egg cup and the egg. If you've already opened both your documents, you'll find it much easier to do this next stage. So if you're in the start of a new lesson and you did this last lesson, open up your egg cup and open up your egg and have them both open on the screen. What you need to do next is you need to File, New, and select Assembly so we can put the two parts together. This will now open a brand new document for you to be able to assemble the two things together. You can see by doing this, what I've enabled it to do here is to already have two parts here ready for us to assemble. If they're not there and you haven't opened them, you're going to need to browse and find them, okay? But we've already got them. So I'm going to open up the egg cup first of all. If you just click on the word and drag it onto the screen, it'll bring in your first item, which is the egg cup. It's probably going to be easier to put the egg inside the egg cup rather than the other way around. So we've got our egg cup. We now need to insert from the top up here off the tab. If you can't see that, you might be on the wrong tab. Just make sure you're on the assembly tab to begin with. I want to insert components, and you can see here I've got my egg. Again, I'm going to drag it now. It's going to come onto the screen. Now, although it's brought the object in here, you can see it's very difficult to tell exactly which plane it's brought it into and whereabouts the egg is. So if I drag that across into there, it looks like it's gone in the egg cup. It's not until we rotate the egg that we can see whether it has or it hasn't. Okay. So keep rotating your design and just check that the egg is sitting directly in top of the egg cup. You can see actually what happens here is the design slices through because it doesn't see it as a solid object. It's just seeing it as matter. And it enables you to move your design to get it in the right place. Okay, I've assembled the two things together. We can now add a background to this. I'm going to put a scene on the back of this, onto the back of there, and we're going to render it up. To render it up, we need to open up our photo view, which enables us to have the render tools open. This will enable it to render it in a much, much better quality than the version it's got at the moment. In the first render, you can see it's actually quite loosely rendered, just so we get an idea of what's happening. The render tool will take a few minutes to open up. It'll be a new tab that should open up along the top here. And from it, we can select to do a final render. Try and zoom in a bit so your design fills up the screen so it's not too small. If it is quite far away, then you're going to end up with a very, very small render. This little tool here with a magnifying glass will enable you to zoom in and make sure your design fills the screen. Okay.